I want him to come in and say, well, I want to be like Reg. I want to do what Reg did. I want to break the records.
Like, I know he has venom to play, you know, at that level and stuff, the way he, you know, it's just in his character.
Trust what we taught him, and then went out there and executed. He had no excuses. Execution, no excuses.
We talked about technique, mental toughness, work ethic, and character. And I think when you talk about Reg, he has all those, and has always had all those.
Just to be able to say, like, I'm in the NFL, it's still unbelievable. Like,
he ain't gonna let nobody outwork him. He gonna go hard. He gonna work when nobody else not working. He gonna dominate.
You gotta have that instinct, that killer, and he got it.
I want to watch him be great, and I want him to show the world who he is.
The time is here, the time is now.
The time is here, the time is now.
The time is here, it's now. Let's go get it.
Reggie White Jr. is a family man. He loves his family, loves to play football, loves to compete, very competitive, just likes to have fun, very laid back and chill, but always about a good time.
He did everything. I mean, we had him in baseball, football, and basketball all year long. He had a bat or ball in his hand, you know, 365 days, so he was a good kid, good athlete.
You know, he never put himself first, you know, like he always was outgoing for his friends and family. He rarely ever let, you know, people down. He was always a man of his word, he was always honest, humble, you know.
I wanted to be a basketball player. I wanted to be NBA. I had all the jerseys, all the NBA jerseys, Kobe, D-Wade. D-Wade is my favorite player growing up. I played AAU all growing up, so I still play football, but I thought basketball was going to be the sport for me, you know. But then realizing probably not my freshman year, but high school, my junior year, that's when I hit the growth spurt, so I felt like football, like I could really do something with football. So I stopped playing AAU, going into my junior year. I just cut AAU out. I just played basketball during the school year. Well, growing up, Reg, he always took me under his wing, always taking care of me. Growing up, I spent most of my time with him. He was like my brother and my best friend for real. So I love my bro. He look at everything I do, so I know like I had to lead by example. Well, you know, me and Ray is probably the two most competitive brothers like ever. So growing up, it was either like I'll win or we just don't finish playing. So just we fight just like brothers do. We love each other up. We praise each other. But we tell each other how it is. Like, if we feel like you need to do something better or you're not doing enough, then I'm going to tell him and he's going to tell me too. So I hated losing, he hated losing, so whenever we played, it was always either an argument or a fight. We got that competitive spirit, but at the same time, it's all love at the end of the day. Like 2K, whatever you want to play, it was 2K, Madden. Well, I think me like being so competitive with him, it helped him be competitive on the field. He might not say that, but I obviously think it helped. That fire to help me go out there and just compete. Like I don't want to hear, when I get home, I want him to say, you had a good game. I can't say nothing. So that's my heart. He know I got his back, throw it up.
Being around his father since his father's been playing, either playing football or coaching. So He's always, he used to sleep with a ball. His first words was balls.
So my dad, he put the football in my hands when I was born.
97, I don't even know if he was a year old yet, and he came to the Jets game, and you know, Grandma hung him over the side, and I took him on the field, and he had no clue what was going on.
But yeah, Reggie White Jr., he was pretty unassuming. You didn't look at him and say, oh, this kid's going to do something big.
Wow, well, Reg was an unassuming kind of guy. You know, he was somebody that kind of did his own thing, kind of stood and looked and watched people.
Taught him how to play football, taught him how to be a wide receiver, taught him how to run routes, taught him how to catch the football, taught him how to practice, how to overcome adversity. He didn't have to do much teaching because his father taught him some of that as well.
I always looked up to him, seeing his journey where he went to Milford to A&T to the NFL, and just hearing all the stories and stuff, and you got all the jerseys in here, just seeing that motivated me to do, if not better than him, the same as him. So I always wanted to be like my dad growing up. I wanted to play in the NFL. I wanted to go to college, get a full scholarship, and just make it to the NFL and be able to get back. Milford, I feel like one of the best decisions I made, one of the best decisions my parents made. I was in private school, St. Paul's. I felt like I was like, not trapped, but I couldn't really open up to who I really am. So I begged my parents to let me go to Milford, please let me go. My daddy wanted me to go at first. I shadowed at all the private schools. My mom had my back, she wanted me to go. So we finally convinced my dad to let me go. Sophomore year, probably, that was my toughest year. Moving up to varsity, just adjusting. I tell everybody to this day, I was trash in my sophomore year. I was dropping everything. I couldn't catch, and I was just frustrated. I know it was a lot. I just kept working. So my junior year, I came back, but I wanted to just destroy everybody. I wanted to show them like I belong here. I got that first year under my belt. My senior year, it was just all about finishing strong. I went to Mama's camp. I did good, did my thing. They offered me the next day. My dad came home, told me they offered me. I just wanted to do just leave it all out there. I mean, it's my last season, so I was blessed to be able to play in the BTC All-Star game, Crab Bowl All-Star game, the Big 33 All-Star game. So those All-Star games is like allowing me to show my talents against the top-notch level in Baltimore, and we played PA in the Big 33. So being able to go out there and perform at a high level, it was very important for me. And I just had it was fun, like best 4 years, unforgettable. Like a lot of friends to this day, my close friends, all from high school. So just being able to have those relationships with those guys and be able to go back, like you see, I'm up there all the time when I'm home. So just being able to go back to that family environment is just something I'll never leave. So my freshman year, came in about $175, 175. I pretty much knew I was going to redshirt coming in, but it was one receiver, Neil Sterling. He plays for the Chiefs now, and that was getting all the scouts, all the looks was coming to practice. So just try to see what he do, like watch his game. I seen Neil, I seen the scouts. Well, everywhere we went, we can go all the way down the field and punch the bags. They right there looking at them. So we running routes. They right there, arms folded, just looking at them. So I'm like, I feel like that could be me. That could be me when my time is coming, my senior year. So just watching that, it kind of pushed me more to to not only be like him, but be better than him. I wanted to break his records. I wanted to break Miles' record. I started my redshirt freshman year. I was probably around like 205, something like that. Started my first game redshirt freshman year, and but the thing that pushed me was on my way home, Thanksgiving break. We had just finished our season, Thanksgiving break. The all conference list come out. So I'm looking, I see my teammates on it, I'm happy for them. Go to the receivers, they ain't see my name. So I'm sick. My coach called me like, you should be on there. I'm sick. I came home and talked to my dad. I called my dad as soon as I found out. Like, I didn't even make conference, like not even second team, nothing. And the boy who made it on me, I had more touchdowns than him. But in high school, my freshman year, my dad come out of the office, he already mad about something.
So I remember being so mad. I was walking to practice and JV had started before us.
One on the warm-up lap, just chilling, just running, jogging.
And he was running, I think he told the same story. He's in the middle of the pack.
Come out the office, he a varsity coach, I'm on JV. Pulled me to the side and just started cussing at me.
And I said, come here. He said, what's up, Dad? And I just started digging. I was like, man, we whites. We ain't never in the middle of the pack.
We white, so like we don't go in the back line. We lead in the front. Like
we don't do dumb stuff. We don't do ignorant stuff. We set the example. We lead. I started crying. He was crying.
I'm like just thinking in my head like it's just a warm up. Like we just warming up. But he was just digging. We whites. We don't do that. We don't do that.
And he didn't know why I came at him like that, but I was so frustrated, and I just like, man, we can do so much better with certain things. So, but tough love, he got it.
So ever since that day, like I was first in everything. I was like, I'm not gonna let nobody beat me. We was running tours in high school every day. I came in first. You can ask anybody. I was the first one back in the weight room running the tour. So just stuff like that just pushing me, like, so when I got to college I had the same attitude, just I'm gonna be first in everything, I want to win every sprint. And then I was so in shape, then I'm talking to everybody else like it's easy, like all work is easy. Where Floyd said that, I remember running sprints, and I had one of the older guys I looked up to. He was running next to me, he played linebacker, and I'm running just smiling like all work is easy. We're like, this is easy, like let's go, we can keep going, we ain't gotta wait for the whistle, let's go. So I was like next year, like it's gonna be unanimous. They not gonna have to decide. I'm gonna be all conference, the first team. So that off season, I was just pushing myself. I was working hard as I don't know what. My senior year, going to my senior year, I knew how many records I had. I knew it was 2 conference records that I was on pace to break and 2 school records. So that was like top of my goal. I never had a 1,000-yard season, so I was like, I want to get 1,000 yards this year. I think I want a double-digit touchdown. I never had a double-digit touchdown season, so I want to get that too. So I made goals for myself. Like I want to do this, I want to do that, and not only that, but I want to win at the same time. So I was injured. I remember I got injured in camp, hamstring. I strained my hamstring. Then like the third or fourth game, I had a turf toe. So I'm playing with a hamstring with a turf toe. And I remember my hamstring, I ain't practiced the first 2 weeks of camp. Well, not the first 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks, and I ain't practiced all game week. I went out there, we played Friday night. I
went out Jersey. You know, we had a conversation the day before because he had a big game coming up, but he had a messed up hamstring. He had turf toe throughout the week. They wasn't letting him practice or nothing like that. So
I remember my mom came to the hotel, her and my aunt came to the hotel, and she looked at me, she said, if you can't play, like don't go. And I said, Ma, there's no way I'm missing this game. Like it's my senior year, like I'm gonna play through it. So I played through it.
You know, we was talking and stuff, and we like, man, what if you break the school, reception record and the game winning at the same time? We like, man, that'd be crazy. But I'm like, I know you can do it. And I ain't gonna lie, I was going through a little bit of personal stuff during that week, and I said, bro, I need you. He said, did you ever let me down? I'm like, nah. So he like, I got you. So I think on the second play of that drive, his quarterback Kenji throw a high screen.
On the screen for the game winner.
He caught it down, and I'm sitting on the bleachers, and I instantly take off to the end zone because I knew he was going there. I think we ran probably the last 40 yards together, honestly. So, you know, I met him in the end zone. He broke the record, scored the game winner on the same play.
And the record.
Just like how we talked about, and I was like, man, that was amazing, you know? So that's when I knew he had it right there.
So that was a huge accomplishment for me. Seeing my mom, my grandmother, all of them in the stands going crazy, it was no better feeling than that. So that's what I use that just to motivate me. I wanna keep seeing them happy. So I wanna just leave a legacy, leave a mark. When I leave or when I left, I want to say he did what he had to do. He did it the right way. He worked hard for his spot, and he never looked back. Led by example, and I didn't say too much. You know, all about the family. I try to bring that family orientation to the team like I had back home. So I can go back now, see my coaches. Like, I love all my coaches, my teammates. I'm still in touch with them today. So just having that family organization.
Yo, let me be the first to congratulate you, man.
Emotional, very emotional. I remember waking up that morning, I sent a text to, we got a group chat, me, my mom, Nick, and my father. Sent them a text, like a long text message, and I'm just crying, texting, like in the bed, just crying. And I was like it's here, like no matter what, like if I get drafted, I know somebody gonna pick me up, somebody gonna give me a chance. So I just told him, like, no matter what happened today, like I love y'all and just thank you for everything. It was packed in here, the whole family was over here. I remember sitting here watching it. I really didn't start watching until like the last 3 rounds, and I was just watching the names, and I was sitting here disappointed. I'm sick, I'm mad, like I feel like I should have been drafted. It was probably like 7th rounds, like the last 3 picks. I didn't get picked. Probably as soon as like a minute later, agent called. He said they want to sign you, so like what you want to do? Put them on mute. And my dad had a list of names. Everybody got drafted. He had the whole thing, the whole list, all the receivers that got drafted, and that was the best fit. So he asked the family. He asked my mom, was she good with it? He said he was good with it. I said I'm good with it, and it was just. We asked the family if they good with it, then everybody started screaming, and took the phone off of mute, and you just hear everybody in the background yelling stuff. So he said, I guess that's a yes. So I said, yeah, we're gonna sign. And then I remember just hanging up the phone, just breaking down, like all my hard work, everything that I did to get to this moment, like it finally paid off. Like it's a dream come true. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to follow my father's footsteps. And I just remember like giving my mom a hug, Nick a hug, my dad a hug. He told me he just wanted me to experience it, wanted me to be able to live that lifestyle and just see what happens in the NFL. So being able to make it there, it's just a dream come true. Like something I'll never forget. I'll never forget that day. I'll never forget that phone call. And then it's emotional. I mean, I'm trying to get myself together. I really don't cry, so I was just trying to get myself together, but you got my aunts, my grandma, everybody here crying, so I'm just hugging people, like they crying too, so I'm just keep on bringing. I remember I could barely eat, like I was so stressed out about it, like a weight off my shoulder, like training. I know I worked my tail off of training, everything, college, to talking about from rec to high school to college, just all that hard work. Everybody said that I couldn't do it, like I'm here now, like I made it. So I ain't make it yet, but I got here. I got my foot in the door. So just to be able to say like I'm in the NFL, I mean, I'm just blessed, man. I just thank the man above for putting my family in my position, and having that support system will just allow me to keep pushing. So without them, I wouldn't be the man I am today.
But he was able to prove people that he should have been recruited even more based on what he did when he got to college. He lets his work stand for what he does, and I think that's going to take him a long way.
I see him making the New York Giants football team. I see him outworking every receiver on that roster. I see him as a starter. I see him as a all-pro. He ain't going to let nobody outwork him.
He's never been a slouch. He's always been a hard worker.
I want him to turn up. I want to watch him be great.
He's worked so hard, so I'm hoping that all his dreams come true. Let's go Giants.
Reggie White Jr., proud of you, boy. Proud of you. Do your thing to the fullest, and let it be in God's hands. Leave no doubt. Leave nothing on that field. Leave, I wish, or I coulda, leave none of that. Do the best you can, and that's all we can expect. Proud of you, man. Love you. You my namesake, man. Give me emotion. You know, not. Yes, I am. A little bit.
The time is here. The time is now.
The time is here. It's now.
The time is here. The time is now.
The time is here. The time is now.
The time is here, and the time is now.
Go ahead.
Stop! It's a wrap. You know, I get a little emotional talking about my boys.
Let's go Giants. Let's get that money. You got something?
What, you just crying? Yo, cry.
My nose is running.
Yo, what's up with you, yo?
I'm so sorry, man.
Yo.
Sorry, Nick, man. Yo, my nose is running. Yo. Rap a lot. Hit that thing like that.
That's what I want to do.
Feel me, see.
I thought
We cut it up. I'm going to look like
He called us like, somebody gotta clean the bathroom. He called it like last week, somebody gotta clean the bathroom. You know your mother's gonna say something.
Good job, boy. Before we go, I just want to say thanks to Reggie and my parents for leading the way for me. They played a big part of my life, and I just want to wish Reggie good luck on his season, Pops a good luck on his season, and you know I'm gonna do my thing, baby. This the white documentary, and we out here.
Where you at, Reg? Where you at?